and you have options. The only option you don't have is floppy meat. And we're back with another video, and this time we're just doing bacon, but we're doing bacon, crispy bacon, because apparently, as we've been watching some videos from our friends across the pond, they struggle to make the bacon crispy. And we know why. We know why. Because there's a trick to doing that. So
we have to fix it.
We gotta fix this so you can make proper BLTs. You can have nice crispy bacon for breakfast, all those good things. Now, there are several ways that you can make your bacon, okay? And I'm gonna do probably the two most common, but I'm gonna show you a couple things of tools maybe that you will be able to have. We have this giant skillet, which is cool. An electric skillet, you can plug it in, put your bacon on, and just go for that, right? You can do that. We also have our cast iron skillet, which I like when you're out camping and stuff. It's just great for making bacon. Are you aching for some bacon? Do that. Probably what I see most people using in the videos is this, just a normal pan. So I'm gonna do the normal pan, but also probably my favorite way to do it, to get it just perfect, is in the oven. So I have over here, you'll see a baking sheet. I have a baking sheet, I have a cooling rack, and then I put down some paper towels down here. Now the paper towels are to catch all the bacon grease so that when you open your oven door, it doesn't smoke all crazy, and it's just keeps it from smoking. Now, if you're saving your bacon grease, then line the bottom with aluminum so you don't have to worry about cleaning up your pan. Makes it easier to clean up, and then also you can save your bacon grease. We happen to have a lot of bacon grease already because we make quite a bit. So not gonna do that. I will save the bacon grease that we do in the pan. So first things first, preheat your oven. Ours is set to 425 degrees. What is that in Celsius?
I have no idea.
We do the conversion.
Yeah.
Now we gotta figure this out for Celsius. And then you need some bacon. And we're gonna go ahead and, this is naturally hickory sliced bacon. I don't know why it says naturally hickory smoked. It should say natural hickory smoked. Am I right?
Naturally smoked.
It's naturally smoked.
Smoked naturally.
Smoked.
Or it's like, it's smoked naturally.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
smoked naturally.
218.33333, 218.
218 degrees Celsius for those that don't use the imperial method, or Fahrenheit. Celsius. All right, so that's gonna be there. The oven's going. I'm gonna preheat my pan. And this is what makes crispy bacon, is you have to go low and slow. Don't put your heat up on medium, don't put it on high, because what ends up happening is you will render the fat before the bacon can cook, and then you end up burning it. So you'll end up with like burnt pieces and stuff, or if it's too low, then it gets soggy. You know, you want to get crispy bacon. And so you gotta go low and slow. Take your time. Cooking bacon takes time. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and open up my bacon. I started my pan because I want that to get nice and warm. I don't want it to be, you don't cook bacon on a cold pan. You gotta get it warm, preheat it. And I'm doing it two ways because I'm doing a package of bacon, and when I do it on here, then it's like, you know, it doesn't all fit on one sheet. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of do it like this so you can see. And get your bacon. And put it on the sheets. So just like so. And again, the oven at 425 is low enough. And what you're gonna do is just put it in for 10 minutes, then set a timer, and then you're gonna flip it every 10 minutes. And the last 10 minutes, like, so you do 10 minutes, flip it, put it in another 10 minutes, and then after that 10 is up, you watch it. And between another 5 minutes or so, it comes out perfect and crispy. So, but I'll show you what that looks like. The Brits call this streaky bacon. I don't know why that is.
Maybe ours has more fat in it? I don't know.
Streaky.
That's why we can get it so crispy.
Yeah. It probably makes it crispy, all the fat.
Yeah.
But low and slow. We'll do the rest of these on our pan. So give a little space here. Some people spray this to keep it from sticking, but the bacon fat is enough to keep it from sticking. So I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven. Again, I have the oven at 425. I'm gonna put this in. Oh, put your rack on the medium rack. You don't have to have it so high. And then I'm gonna do the timer. 10 minutes. Well, that's going. I've been heating up our pan over here. Yay. I'm gonna do the rest of this over here. The thing is like, go ahead and get your bacon on. Ooh, need to turn it up a little bit. You don't want it too high, okay, but it needs to cook. And the other thing is, don't overcrowd your pan because you're gonna get a lot of fat. If it's too much fat, the bacon's not gonna get crispy enough. So you gotta get just enough in here. All right, I'm gonna do like that. Wash my hands again. All right, I'm gonna turn it up just a hair. I'm gonna put this to medium, like medium low, okay? And we're just gonna let this go. And again, nice and slow. Don't rush it. You gotta let the fat render without burning the bacon bits. So it's easier if you just let the meat cook, the bacon meat part cook, while the fat renders. And then they all come together for a nice, juicy, crispy, fatty, cholesterol, heart clogging thing. And it's amazing.
It's delicious.
And it's delicious. Oh, and the other thing too is like get a plate ready with some paper towels on it. It takes time. Like good bacon takes time. So just let this go. Don't touch it. Oh, the other mistake I saw is like people putting oil in the pan. You don't need to put oil in the pan. Like this bacon grease is plenty. So just let it go. So you'll start to notice how it's crinkling. Oh, that's the good stuff. Oh, and also we get our bacon at Costco, which is a bonus. It's like really good bacon. Everyone loves that bacon.
And honestly, we cook bacon in the oven most of the time just because you don't have to sit with it and it doesn't make as big of a mess and it comes out so perfect. Like,
yeah.
As long as you flip it and you gotta keep an eye on it at the end, but.
Yeah. What I like about bacon in the oven is you get those nice, perfect flat strips. Like those, that's good. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna check this here. I'm gonna give it a little flip.
Yeah, it doesn't curl up.
Yeah.
In the oven.
And this may not look like it's cooked when you flip it, and that's okay, because you're gonna flip it again. You just don't want it to burn on one side. So you gotta flip it. See how it's starting to get that brown, crispy goodness there? That's perfect. You want to do the same thing on the other side, so the other side cooks. Oh, that bacon grease is just delicious. Okay, and you want to get that brown crispiness on the other side as well. Get my pan more over. And then we're gonna flip it one more time to crisp up the one side. All right, so look at that bacon. And you can see on this, they're nice strips, okay? And it's starting to render, the fat's starting to render, that's delicious. We're just gonna flip it. You can see how the bacon grease just goes to the bottom of the pan, and it's not sticking to the rack because it's bacon grease. All right, so that's there. Next thing we're gonna do, put it back in the oven, and we make it so much. Usually you put a timer for 10 minutes. I'm gonna put a timer for 15 minutes because I already know our oven and everything, and we've made it so many times that 15 minutes will come out. Now look at this here, bring you back over to this one. I'm gonna go ahead and check the bottom. Look how crispy that's getting. Delicious. Oh, that's ready to turn. This one's over the heat a little bit more, so. Ooh, that's getting a little too crispy there. All right, this is gonna take just a minute more because we're getting the other side. That's good. You could put it on a cooling rack that keeps it from all the grease settling in on it. I just like to put it on here for a bit, and then I'll transfer it once it gets rid of some of that grease. They did. I think
We've been watching too many
watching British people making like it is crispy, I'll tell you that. It's not our preference, but I'll let that. Well, the grease come out there. Put the rest. Now the other thing too is check your pan. If you have too much bacon grease, you got to get some out. But I think that's fine. And that's why you don't want to overcook the pan, because some can get burnt. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit because it was starting to burn rather than just cook it. So low and slow. And this has so much fat in here now that this is going to cook a little faster. I'm going to go ahead and try a piece of this, and this is the good one. Oh yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm. That's delicious. Mm. Man, so just so you can see, this one got a little too crispy. This is British. This is when you have the heat up too high. This is what happens. It'll like, it's crispy.
That's good.
It's still good, but too crispy. This one's okay.
That was just, yeah, that one is
Just has a little spot on it, but that one's okay. I'm just curious, like, why they call it streaky bacon. Yeah, I don't like having to stand over here and watch it over the pan. I prefer.
It sounds a little low.
Yeah.
Not quite this one.
I don't want to burn it again. Turn up a tad. It's been 10 minutes. So this is after 20 minutes, and we did a flip. So I'm going to flip it one more time. You can see that it's getting nice and crispy on the edges. So I've got to flip this here. Move this around. This center part of the pan gets the hottest, it looks like. Oh yeah, it's looking good. This one's ready. Ah, this is what you're looking for. Look at that.
Oh yeah, that one's better. It always takes me like a couple strips of bacon when I'm cooking it in a pan to get it right.
Yeah.
I almost never get it right the first few strips. I don't know.
I agree. I feel like in the pan it takes a bit.
You gotta get that pan just the right temperature, and I feel like the second round goes better because of all the bacon grease.
Yeah.
So we actually save our bacon grease. So sometimes I will plop a little bacon grease in the pan before I start the first batch, just to get it going.
Nice. Pop this out. That looks good. I'm gonna put this, get some of that, even though we've let the grease go down to the bottom, it still gets a little bit up the top when it's rendering. So I'm just gonna put it on our paper towel for a second. And there it is. There it is. Beautiful, crispy bacon. And honestly, it smells so good in here. Not gonna lie. It's making me lose my mind. Oh, and I forgot I have my glasses on. I can't see when the bacon's ready if I don't put my glasses on. Anyway, here it is. Delicious, crispy bacon. Oh, it is the sweet sound of sizzle and delicious. Look at that, like perfect color and texture. Some people like it chewy or floppy, but you can get it in between if you want.
Kind of like an in between.
I do like it in between. I like some crispy bits, like this has the crispy bits out there. Oh, it's hot. And then, because, I mean, honestly, you could eat all of this, but if you're not going to eat all of it and you need to reheat it, sometimes it's good to leave it just a little underdone. I mean, it's cooked, but not as crispy. And you have options. The only option you don't have is floppy meat.
Nobody likes floppy meat.
No one likes floppy meat.
No.
You can't have floppy bacon. It's okay if it's a little bendy, because again, like if you're gonna reheat it, like a little bendy, but look, it still has its, like it's not just like flopping over like nothing. Like it has some substance to it. And that's because you cook the meat along with rendering the fat, and it gets all good, delicious. Like and subscribe, we greatly appreciate it. And
We hope this helps.
yes, we really do hope that this will help our friends across the pond to make proper bacon. That way your BLTs, your eggs and bacon, everything delicious, very delicious. So.
And I don't know, maybe you could throw some of this on your beans and toast.
Oh.
That actually would be delicious. We should try that. When we try beans and toast, we'll have to put some bacon on
Yeah,
it.
we're doing a beans and toast. We have some friends that are from the UK, they're British, and they're gonna come over. We're gonna do a video with them. They're gonna do beans and toast and stuff. So I may have to make some bacon and put it on there, because I'm telling you what, beans and toast does not look appetizing to me, but we're willing to give it a shot.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna give it a shot. All right. Until next time, stay bacony and sizzle for rizzle. The shizzle
Yeah.
for rizzle.
Bacon is the shizzle.
Bacon's the shizzle for rizzle.